Yes, and welcome to the Narrative Dossier. Side note, what I tell here, I tell from a right-wing point of view. I also get my information from right-wing news sources, so what I tell here may change or be adjusted in the future when new information comes in. Right, today we're talking about Dan Bongino, Assistant Director of the FBI. The Trump administration brought hope after 4 long winter years that Biden had brought. With all that went bad in the Biden administration, people were looking forward to a new president who was honest for once. Trump brought that hope and he promised to be transparent, especially about the Epstein files. Just for those who don't know this, Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on suspicion of child sexual abuse and he was going to be prosecuted for it. But what happened next was very bizarre. After they arrested him, according to the official report, he committed suicide in his cell. To this day, that is disputed. Many of the cameras would not have been working at the time, the guards would have been fallen asleep, and a minute is missing from the video footage that was released. Now it is even claimed on X that the video footage was edited with a video editing program. Whether that is true or not will have to be found out by independent investigation. On February 23rd, President Trump announced that he had appointed Dan Bongino as Assistant Director of the FBI, and on March 17 he took office in that position. Bongino is a man with very strong opinions. This is probably because he grew up in New York. One of Trump's promises was to release all documents regarding Epstein, Martin Luther King, and John F. Kennedy. Dan Bondi was supposed to take care of all of this. What happened next? On 21st February of 2025, Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, appeared on Fox News and literally told them that she had the Epstein files on her desk and was reviewing them to release them. Things got worse. At Turning Point USA, James O'Keefe took the stage. He had sent an email to the DOJ concerning her April 28th remarks in a restaurant that somebody had recorded, in which she stated she had 10,000 recordings of perpetrators with young children. Based on this, further confirmation of these Epstein files came on May 7th through an interview she gave. But suddenly there was the twist. The Trump administration, in the dead of night on a Friday, suddenly indicated that there was nothing at all. Quite rightly, MAGA supporters are angry, and one in particular, a man named Dan Bongino. Reportedly, there was a heated discussion between Pam Bondi and Dan Bongino. It even got so heated that Dan Bongino has now threatened to resign. The trust between Bondi and Bongino is just about gone. Kash Patel has also reportedly said that if Bongino goes, I go. Bongino just wants to bring out the list and the names. Pam Bondi does not. There is something to be said for both, but what ultimately serves the public interest? I will briefly address both reasons. And from Bondi's side, she may be faced with an impossible task. After all, there are names on there that are now associated with Epstein, when they may have only played golf or a dinner with the man once. Also, she may have consulted with Trump and, according to Bill O'Reilly, political commentator, there are friends of Trump on it who are therefore have nothing to do with the sordid affairs Epstein was involved in. According to the political commentator, this would destroy lives and it would rain indictments against the Trump administration. So, on the other hand, there could be people on that list who did get involved in the sordid things Epstein did. Should those people then be protected by not releasing those names? Why could those names not be released on their own, supported by enough evidence? It remains a strange thing. Dan Bongino, who is close to the fire, has, in my understanding and based on what I read about the man, a certain integrity in himself to want to do the latter. Why should the people who have engaged in these practices be protected? Meanwhile, several prominent figures within the MAGA movement have spoken out. At Turning Point USA, Megyn Kelly didn't hold back about Pam Bondi. Charlie Kirk also won't let this story go away. Tucker Carlson has also made his voice heard. Meanwhile, the Turning Point USA audience, they fully support Dan Bongino. Tucker Carlson also made himself heard. In the audience at Turning Point USA, he fully defended Dan Bongino. But he also shows his support for Dan Bongino elsewhere. He undoubtedly makes it clear that this has damaged Dan Bongino's career and reputation. After all, how will his fans react to Rumble after the disappointment in this Epstein case, in which he had always had a very clear opinion and sources? President Trump has since stated his full support for Pam Bondi. It is and always has been a lingering issue and it will not just go away. As much as the Trump administration would like this, indeed it will only get worse for him if that transparency does not come. Or will it disappear and there will be other news? After all the fuss and commotion, Trump has now ordered Pam Bondi to release everything. Who knows, maybe there will be transparency after all. But where Dan Bongino is and what he's going to do is still unknown. President Trump has said he has spoken to Dan Bongino and that he's staying. But what do you think? But as always, please, if you're interested in this case and also do your own research, I've also put a few links here down below on which I base this video on. Let me know what you guys think. And should you like this channel, subscribe. Ciao.